Well, for the first time ever, the University of Miami and Florida International meet on the football field. These two schools separated by maybe 10 or 11 miles geographically, but certainly the distance between the two football programs is quite longer, although FIU under Don Strock will try to close the gap in order to see him go. Let's watch the football go off the foot of Chris Petullo, and it's Bruce Johnson back deep for Miami inside his 10, straight up the middle across the 20, 30-yard line, still on his feet, and dives forward across the 40-yard line. Bruce Johnson under the direction of quarterback Kyle Wright. His numbers on the season thus far: 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They start with 3 on the field, and FIU showing an aggressive front, but they back off the blitz. Right to pass on first down. Out of the backfield, it's Javaris James, and he's tripped up for a loss. Let's check out the starting offensive line for the Hurricanes. And again, the second straight week, they've got all 5 starters healthy. In the backfield, you just saw Javaris James, the star true freshman, on first down. Bryant in at fullback for the second straight week. Olsen, a breakthrough performance against North Carolina. Loss of 1 on first down for Miami. They stay with 3 receivers in the game. And FIU bringing the blitz. Quick drop, right, incomplete. Looking to his left side. Antoine Barnes, a co-captain. There's the starting defensive line for his Golden Panthers. In the middle, a star linebacker, Kehanvis Bowie. And the secondary for FIU, 3rd and 11. And Kyle Wright will have to operate out of the shotgun. Time in the pocket to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. He overthrows his intended receiver, Greg Olsen. And
hitting him out.
Miami's punter, Brian Monroe, the left-footed punter, puts it towards the 24-yard line, and a fair catch. A senior quarterback to lead this FIU offense. Josh Padrick has struggled. You see his interception number at 8. Only 3 touchdowns. This FIU team trying to show some resilience after that heartbreaking 7 overtime loss at North Texas last week. He goes to the pass, and it's complete to the right side. A couple of moves over there made by the receiver, Chester Williams. He's got 9 yards on offensive line. In the middle, number 55, Xavier Shannon. That last name certainly familiar, and we'll talk about his relationship to an important member of the Hurricane coaching staff, spelling the injured tailback Ahmad Ned. FIU again looking to pass, but it's thrown a bit low. And let's take a look at that defense, Lamar. Calais Campbell has certainly emerged in recent weeks for Miami. The linebackers headed up by John Beeson on the weak side, and Brandon Merriweather making his second straight start at cornerback, shifting from the safety position. After the incompletion and penalty, it's a 2nd and 10, first running play for FIU. Crowd getting into it in the Orange Bowl. Tight end in motion, right side. 3rd and 7. Josh Padrick scrambles right, releases, and it is towards the sideline. Whether or not the receiver was in bounds, and the catch is made.
Now, he turns around and he just loses sight of the football. Great catch there.
As the football in Miami territory, a 1st and 10 at the 45, and a delayed handoff to the left side. And going to be a gain of more than 5 yards on the ground. Gain of 6 on first down. And Patrick again to pass, and he looks out of the backfield, kind of hurried that toss, incomplete.
I mean, he's starting off a program. He's going to have his lumps. He's not going to start this thing off by being the University of Miami. You have to build the University of Miami.
3rd and 4, and Patrick has time. Incomplete. He had a man off the hands under the watch of Pete Garcia. We'll talk about some of the developments to take place at FIU. Miami's going to watch the punt bounce towards the end zone. The ground on first down, gain of 2 or 3 yards for Javaris James and
someone else.
That's right.
So these guys are just as good.
Blitz coming on 2nd down. First man misses, 2nd man does not for FIU. A big loss. Again, FIU showing blitz, and here they come with whistles before. They call it delay of game. Miami's players promised that they would not overlook the Golden Panthers despite their 0-6 record. Miami on the ground on a 3rd down and long. Javaris James, and there could be a fumble, and there is a turnover. FIU will take over the football at the Miami 21. FIU takes over after the turnover. On the ground is Reams running to his right. And he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. The senior quarterback out of Merritt Island, and there is number 16 directing his teammates, Josh Patrick. One man in the backfield, three receivers in the game for the Panthers. Patrick drops back, rolls right, going to keep it across the 20 and the 15, close to the first down. It looked like he came up just short.
Defensive end have lost contained.
Patrick came up short of the first down, and he keeps it. He's hit hard in the backfield, but a second effort on fourth down. They've gone for it plenty this year, actually 6 of 14 fourth down conversions. They pitch out left side. They test the Hurricane defense, and I think they failed the test. All depends. And a generous spot, a fortuitous placing of the football.
And just try to run it outside, and they were able to pick it up.
Calais Campbell came with the tackle. They fake the pass, and another handoff to Reams, close to the 5-yard line. There are the statistics to back it up here. In the first quarter, Patrick to the end zone, and it is nearly picked off by Brandon Merriweather, who had his arm locked. Here comes a 3rd and 5. The Panthers don't need the end zone. Inside the 1 for the first down. He's hit at the line, passes loose towards the end zone, and it's picked off by Miami in the end zone. An interception for the Hurricanes. Kenny Phillips, his second in as many weeks.
The ball was intercepted by Miami. After the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 1 on the offense. 15 yards to be assessed from the 20-yard line. First down.
Actually, it was not Kenny Phillips, but Randy Phillips who had the interception last week. But his namesake able to put Miami on the offense, and a pass play. Lance Leggett, the intended receiver. But
Hey, come on, quarterback. You got to get it down a little bit.
Marshall McDuffie, the safety, was sniffing blood on that play. From the shotgun is Kyle. Here comes the blitz. Canes pick it up. Wright has time and has a man complete for a first down into FIU territory. It's Lance Leggett. Tackle made by Robert Mitchell. Canes in FIU territory for the first time tonight. And again, Kyle looked to pass. Steps up, had nobody open, keeps it on the ground, and crosses the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5, backs are in the I formation. Lead block by Bryant, and James uses it. Plunges straight ahead across the 35-yard line. Marshall McDuffie, the free safety, with the tackle. Movement along the line. Flag is down. Could be a free play for Miami. We'll see where the movement was. First down and 5 now. Play action. Time for Wright to throw. Incomplete to Lance Leggett as he cut towards the middle. Lance dropped the pass against Carolina in the second quarter last week. Could have led to a first down or maybe a touchdown. Pitch out left. James showing speed. 37%. Something they'll want to work on. Javaris might have been cut short. What a fine performance against North Carolina after his position was up for grabs. The snap in the hole. The kick is up, has plenty of distance, but no good. So FIU takes over on the offense. They send the fullback in motion to the left side. 1st and 10 from the Panthers 26. 3 defenders for Miami are there to meet the tight end. Gain of 5 to the tight end Smith. Backs on the eye. Canes come on the blitz. And they cut the tailback Reams short. Josh Patrick is under center. FIU's career passing leader with 3 receivers, 2 to his right. Lone man in the backfield. Out of the backfield, it's incomplete. Pass thrown short of the running back into the end zone. His last opportunity. A high punt towards the near side of the field. Bruce Johnson will watch it bounce. Takes a favorable bounce. Back towards the 45-yard line. The Hurricanes have their contingency, and FIU has brought plenty of fans as well. Kyle Wright to throw on first down. Going to be a big loss. Sam Shield. They have the backs in the eye on this 2nd down and 14. Kyle to pass. Over the middle. Complete. And a first down as he looks back in the direction of Lance Leggett. Miami goes to the shotgun on first down with 3 receivers. And Tyrone Moss into the game. And the pocket crumbles around Kyle Wright. He had nobody open downfield. He's a senior out of Pahokee. And there's Tyrone Moss back onto the field. 3rd and 16. Another blitz for FIU. Kyle over the middle, complete and dropped, and an incompletion. The officials are there to make the call. Matt Garris with the hit. A high snap, but no pressure. Monroe under duress gets it off. No fair catch is called. And at the 12-yard line, FIU's returner resembles an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. The defenses on both sides have been very tough tonight. Josh Patrick with a handoff to Reams. That's a split and movement along the line. And that one was fairly obvious.
Prior to the snap,
you'll be happy. But right now, this is FIU.
5 yards.
And this, so far tonight, has been maybe the highlight of the program. Patrick, incomplete, with on Ponder in the secondary, picks it off. Keeps his hands under the football. I don't know how he did it. And the second interception thrown by
option route to the tight end. And actually, the ball might have got tipped. And Ponder does a good job of getting his hands up under the football.
Miami was unable to take advantage in the first quarter after the missed field goal attempt. A handoff. Straight up the middle. The run goes. Moss remains in the game. James Bryant, the fullback, on the left side, and Moss stays on his feet, showing strength, carrying a defender across the 20 and close to a Miami first down. Smith felt the wrath of Tyrone Moss before the tackle was made. They keep it with Moss on 3rd and short, has plenty of room on the ground, and carries it to the 14-yard line. Backs are in the I formation, a 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. A cutback. And Tyrone struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. There you see the time remaining in our first half. Kyle's in the shotgun. Javaris James back into the game, looking to pass, and it's incomplete. Had 2 men. This Hurricane defense, 15th in the nation in total yards allowed per game. 3rd and 10. And Kyle looking left. Complete. At the 6-yard line is Sam Shields. It's just a tight end of the game. It's Chris Zellner. Backs are in the eye. Handoff. Javaris hit hard in the backfield, and I think he came up short. Set of downs after Miami came up short. Running to the left side between guard and tackle. Last Canes freshman to run for 100 yards in back-to-back games. Javaris James did it against Houston and North Carolina. Again, they keep it on the ground. FIU's Julian Reams. A good look at the Hurricanes middle linebacker Romeo Davis. Patrick rolling to his right. Pass complete, but short of the first down, I believe, for the Hurricanes. Well, you see why Patrick likes to use his tight ends. And again, he does so in a hard hit by John Beeson at the 20-yard line. 23 tackles heading in. 2nd down and 7. Delayed handoff. And one sophomore. Hurricanes show blitz. They bring the heat. Pass off. Incomplete. A slant pattern. Chris Cook to punt for FIU. A high punt, but again a short punt. It's going to bounce inside the 50. And another Hurricane bounce. Chris Cook, a true freshman, as teammates and going up against each other here in South Florida. First installment of this intra-city showdown between the Canes and the Golden Panthers. They will meet again next year. This has been a defensive pitcher's duel. Kyle Wright to pass out of the backfield. It's complete. James Bryant along the sideline, still on his feet, loses his helmet and shows some major emotion. Bryant with the big touchdown in the 3rd quarter against Houston a couple weeks ago. The Canes keep it on the ground, and now looks like they've got some of that adrenaline running of James Bryant, who started the season as a linebacker and knows a few things about hard hits. James wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. It's the linebacker. Another 3rd down play for Miami. And again, the Golden Panthers show blitz. Toss towards the end zone. Lance Leggett. Touchdown, Miami. That is the first touchdown thrown to a receiver by Kyle Wright this season. And John Petty with the point after. And the Hurricanes lead FIU 7-0 on a drive that went 5 plays and 39 yards. Culminated with this to Lance Leggett.
And he beats him off the ball. That's what he did. A pretty good crowd here tonight.
Monroe's kickoff deep into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. Singleton could not handle.
You're going to get beat at times. You have to be able to come back and make big plays. And he did a good job there getting that touchdown.
Once again, the Golden Panthers kickoff, he probably accepted very happily.
Oh, yeah, he definitely would take that. And I like the fact that they're
First down run for Julian Reams. You saw his 33 yards, and they are well earned in the first half. He's tripped up in the backfield by Calais Campbell. He helped send this Hurricane team into the locker room at the half as the Hurricanes ahead at the break 7-0. The Panthers are Chandler Williams and Lionel Singleton. Monroe with a low line drive punt that bounces straight out of the end zone for a touchback.
This is our opportunity to make history right here.
Josh Patrick is the Golden Panthers quarterback in a running play which goes backwards, and last week against Carolina he has cemented himself in that position after some early changes along the depth chart. Pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 11. Patrick under pressure, escapes, and incomplete with a flag in the Hurricanes secondary. That's going to move the chains.
Number 4 of the defense. That'll be a spot foul, automatic first down.
So a first down after the pass interference. FIU sends the tight end in motion. A quick release. Pass is complete across the 40, across the 45-yard line. Andy Anderson. So a penalty and a completion to the backup tight end has the football at the 47-yard line. Patrick delayed handoff. Running left and forcing his way back to the line of scrimmage. One man in the backfield. FIU gets a break. Pass is off and it's incomplete. And on FIU's conversion. Patrick has a man. It's complete, but not nearly enough for a first down. Brandon Merriweather, a Jim Thorpe Award candidate. Hook struggled in the first half. This one is blocked by McCarthy, and the Hurricanes will take over at the 40-yard line of Florida International. He has starred on special teams.
They're all right.
Kyle has a man, Shields, complete on first down, and he's dragged down. Shields is. You talk about the mindset he brought into the program. You can understand why. 3-yard gain to Shields, 2nd and 7. Wide open as Lance Leggett cuts across the 30 and to the 24-yard line. Well, the running game was unsuccessful in the first half, so some adjustments are made. And Kyle will have to show his mobility. He buys time, looking for a man, and he'll throw it out of bounds. He never could get Sam Shields. We've spoken about all the true freshmen contributing. Jason Fox has made very few mental mistakes as the Hurricanes starting right tackle. There's another one. Javaris in his first year drags defenders out of bounds. And might be a late hit is leading into this game, and a face mask against the FIU defense. Frank Gore, second-year running back at San Francisco, doing the most damage this year.
A slim down Frank Gore.
Right to pass. Overthrown towards the end zone, intended for Khalil Jones.
It's personal foul. Roughing the passer.
The Hurricanes, talent-wise, when you're FIU, the penalties don't help the case. And there's another penalty as Javaris James gets the handoff. And that was the attitude this FIU defense brought with them to the Orange Bowl. Javaris James hit hard. It's Clint Hurt that got his coaching start with FIU. The former Hurricane defensive lineman. Out of the backfield. James Bryant into the end zone for a touchdown.
The unsportsmanlike 15 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
Flying out of town back in your days, Lamar. John Petty's extra point is up and good, and another melee on the field. This one is getting out of hand. Flags all over the place, and this is ugly. Very ugly.
what I'm talking about. You come into our house, you should get your behind kicked. You don't come in the OB playing that stuff. You're across the ocean over there. You're across the city. You can't come over to our place talking noise like that. You get your butt beat.
After the play, we have numerous unsportsmanlike and personal fouls on each team. Those penalties will offset. There are also multiple ejections on each team that will offset. After the play, correction, on the touchdown, we had a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 45 of the offense. 15 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
Once upon a time, James Bryant scored a touchdown, and John Petty put in a point after. The Hurricanes lead it 14-0 on the kickoff. From the 5-yard line for FIU, breaks it to the right side, and a hard hit by Miami on the special teams. It's made by Willie Cooper.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 15 of the kicking team. 15 yards, first down.
I've spanked my 2-year-old harder than that.
8 players suspended for FIU, expelled from the game, 5 for the Hurricanes. Back to the action, and Josh Patrick again finds his tight end. Tackle is made, but not before another first down. One of them was last week in the third quarter, a touchdown against North Texas. This one well underthrown. Starting tight end Samuel Smith also sent back to the locker room. Patrick feels the heat, steps up in the pocket, tries to make a move, but he's brought down at the 50.
Was your starting running back early?
I think we all need a little dose of Dr. Phil this evening.
Prior to the snap, ball start, number 89 of the offense. 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, remains third down.
Check the videotape. Patrick hit hard in the backfield, brought down for a sack. Kareem Brown.
Going just one guy. We're going to take you down somehow, some way.
Chris Cook had one blocked earlier this evening. The true freshman gets it off and out of bounds. Only on CSS. Kyle Wright and the Canes on offense. Pass is complete to Leggett on the sidelines, out of bounds at the Hurricanes' 34-yard line. We'll see if the Hurricanes can feast on this untested FIU secondary. And Wright is looking to pass again. Has all day. Pass is caught. Lance Leggett comes back to meet his quarterback. Hurricanes made a change along the offensive line. Derek Morse was sent back to the locker room. And glad the week is here, because ever since the beginning of the season, all anyone in the school has been worrying about is UM. That's what Alexander Bostic have to say. Look at this pass play to Sam Shields. Keeps it alive on the right sideline. Scholarships never came. And you talk about a major grudge against the program. Kyle looking deep. Left side, Leggett is there. He is open, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a 2 tight end set with Zellner and Farr. They stack the left side, and Tyrone Moss in the game. Sprinting left, cuts it back. And a few defenders there. 3rd and 10. And Wright's in the shotgun. Tyrone Moss is with him. Poe missed his block at right tackle, and he sends Wright scrambling. And Kyle shows some speed, but not enough to pick up the first down. Back at his 45. It's a lot of air under it. Gives the Canes some time to catch up, but not enough. 3:04 remains in our third. FIU down 14. Patrick has a man over the middle. Hit hard by the Hurricanes' safety, Kenny Phillips. Phillips already with an interception tonight. A gain of 3. And Patrick is hit from behind. Calais Campbell forces the fumble, and he recovers. A one-man band for the Hurricanes. He was one of the most productive players in the spring, and he earned a starting job. No looking back now. Tyrone Moss not looking back towards the end zone. Bulldozing his way inside the 5-yard line.
Moss put his handprint right in his chest plate.
Handoff again. Moss towards the goal line, reaching forward, but
Stephen
McGuire. Yeah, it was a good one. Kyle rolling right into the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown for Chris Zellner. Sprained his ankle in the loss to Louisville. John Petty right through the uprights. And Miami has opened up a 21-0 lead. Once again, a very busy Brian Monroe. Puts his left foot into it. Back in the end zone. Monroe has been solid tonight. Another touchback. Inside 20 seconds and a delayed handoff to Reams up the middle across the 25-yard line. The number 4 in the air being held high by Hurricane players, coaches, and fans alike. Action-packed night of football and beyond in the Orange Bowl. The Hurricanes 21 and FIU nothing. And the Golden Panthers have the football. It's Reams on a 2nd and 3. Tackle made by John Beeson. He was actually watching game film with his father, the Hurricanes defensive coordinator Randy Shannon, last week. There's a nice looking pass by Josh Patrick to the tight end.
With Pete Garcia being over there at FIU, who knows, Randy Shannon could be the next head coach over there.
Full a world of possibilities.
And here in the Orange Bowl, but they're looking to do some big things, building luxury boxes, making this program one of the top programs and trying to make it one of the top programs in South Florida.
He made his way back to Coral Gables. It'll be a big loss for this program. Patrick out of the backfield to Reams at the 25, makes some moves and gets to the 30-yard line. Came in that third quarter. Cook to punt. It's really a minor accomplishment tonight when he just gets it off. And there's a fine punt. Miami back at its 30-yard line. Some moves on the right sideline. Keeping it alive for the Canes is Rashawn Jones. That's the bedtime of a few Hurricane fans, perhaps. Miami has a new quarterback in the game, Kirby Freeman. His first play was a running play and then an incompletion through the hands of Ryan Hill. So we've got a 3rd and 10 here. And Freeman from the shotgun. He's going to try to take off. Gets past one man. He's dragged down, though, after a gain of 2. Looked like a potential Leggett, James Bryant, and Chris Zellner, the recipients of right touchdown passes. Monroe's punt. A fair catch is called by FIU, and a hit is made, and an obvious penalty.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 26 of the kicking team. 15 yards, first down.
Ejections, 8 players thrown out of the game on the FIU side, and 5 for Miami. Took quite a while to restore order here, both on the field and in the stands. It was ugly. And a near interception. Could he hold on? And heading into the Carolina game last week, 2 against the Tar Heels and 2 tonight. Patrick hands off to Reams. Speed across the 30 to the 37-yard line. The Hurricanes have fought for everything they've earned tonight.
Well, FIU has made them literally fight for everything they've earned.
Yeah, literally. The ejection of Bruce Johnson.
Prior to the snap, ball start, number 46 of the offense. 5 yards, remains 4th down.
Tough one coming up in Atlanta. The lefty Cook punch towards Jones. Jones lets it bounce, and it'll find its resting place inside the Hurricanes' 30-yard line. Second set of downs for quarterback Kirby Freeman. Took over for Kyle Wright earlier in this 4th quarter, and Freeman finds the freshman receiver Shields on the right side. Well, the Hurricane coaching staff has had to adjust offensively to allow for some freshman mistakes, and Shields again involved in the offense, and he breaks free on the left side. One man to beat at the 20, 15-10, and brought down at the 8-yard line is Sam Shields. The regular season sets up a 1st and goal from the 7. Canes spread it out on offense. Freeman looking end zone. Leggett is there, and he sees it in. The call is a touchdown.
And with the big, taller receivers, you'll see it a lot of Georgia Tech. That's what they do with their big receiver.
Eddie's point after. The Canes now lead 28-0 as Lance Leggett went up and above.
And make a big play. Lance is the type of guy, throw it up to him. Let him go up and get it.
Lance 7 catches tonight, 77 yards, and the 2 scores. Kickoff return for FIU, and it's brought back by number 83, John Houston Wooden. Patrick, a quick drop and pass is complete to his receiver Jeremy Dickens for FIU.
That's a long ball game.
Reams pitch out to the right side.
Holding.
Greeted roughly.
Number 88 of the offense. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Replay, first down.
Hurricanes in the conference, a record of 1-1. That victory against North Carolina. Patrick under heavy pressure and brought down. Another sack for the Canes defensively. And more, a penalty, and then the sack makes it 2nd and 27. A running play, and Reams is tripped up. Two receivers split wide to the left. One man in the backfield, and it's Reams again. And you got to feel some compassion for Julian Reams. Jones angles left, catches it in the air across the 40 towards the middle of the field. Cut back left side, 35, 30, has some blockers and out of bounds. Kyle Wright and the offense began to open it up. And in the second half, to this point, 124 passing yards. Daron Thomas on the ground, showing speed along the left side and barrels forward towards the 10-yard line. Spelling right here in the fourth quarter. An injured player for FIU is their weak side linebacker. Alexander Bostic had his knee looked at. Handoff to Daron Thomas. What a burst of speed. And another Hurricanes touchdown for Daron Thomas, who has taken advantage of every opportunity he's had this year. The snap, the hold, and again the kick by John Petty, punctuating the scoring for Miami. The Hurricanes, who led 7-0 at the half, have all of a sudden separated themselves. That's Coach Coker saying Daron bringing an added dimension to the table with his speed and quickness. Brian Monroe's been strong with his kickoff.
The team will lay down. They didn't play their best. FIU came out and played them strong.
Players ejected for FIU. That didn't help. And it just added more fire to the attack for the Hurricanes. Their fans got into it as well. New quarterback in the game for FIU. It's Paul McCall, a redshirt freshman. McCall to pass. If he can, he cannot. He is saddled and thrown to the turf. Daron Thomas quickly ran it into the end zone. Another short punt. Jones is going to watch it sail out of bounds right into the FIU bench. Snap and putting his knee to the turf as the third-string quarterback. And that should do it. And right now the players are being instructed to go back to the locker room. This is not the time to go face-to-face with the opposition. Maybe it was a premonition before the game when Larry Coker said that he hopes that it's just a positive atmosphere out on the field. He hopes it's not an ugly game. Both teams play hard and well. He said he wanted the teams to shake hands after the game, but not as fortunate. It was a very ugly scene, as Larry Coker has some words with Tom Strock.
And it was not going to happen.
Hurricanes 35, the Golden Panthers nothing.